While people are still coming in, let's get started. I'm Wenzhong Xiao from Massachusetts General Hospital, and on behalf of the organizers, I want to give you all a warm welcome to the CAMDA track at this year's ISMB conference. I'm asked to give the opening brief overview of the CAMDA track and followed by our first keynote at 11 o'clock. So as you probably know, CAMDA stands for Critical Assessment of Massive Data Analysis. And the focus of CAMDA is to address one of the grand challenges of our time, namely the intelligent exploitation of big data in the life sciences. CAMDA puts a spotlight on the successful analysis and integration of the massive data sets now prevalent in the life sciences. So every year, CAMDA organizers set open-ended data analysis challenges of complex data sets and invites the research community to participate and present their best methods and analysis at the ISMB and every other year ECCB conference. So again, on behalf of the organizers of this year, I want to welcome everybody to come to this two-day track today and tomorrow. Just a brief history of CAMDA for our new friends in the audience. CAMDA was first organized in year 2000, which is 24 years ago. That makes CAMDA the eldest and most resilient conferences in data science in biomedicine. In case you don't know, that's a screenshot of the first CAMDA in year 2000 at Duke University. And this was a couple of years ago. Our distinguished colleague, Joaquin Topazo, in the audience, went over the history of the past 20-some years of CAMDA conferences. So I'll just be brief. This is the CAMDA data sets and challenges over the past 20-some years, just for our new friends to see what happened in the past. So we went from yeast cell cycle data to cancer data sets to chronic fatigue syndrome, which is a complex disease, as you can see in the bottom, to ChIP-seq data and drug toxicity data from 2012, 2013, all the way to 2020, followed by microbiome data since 2017, and more recently, we got into the analysis of COVID because of the pandemic, and synthetic EHR data since last year. So that leads us to this year's challenge. We have three challenges for everybody. Perhaps many people in the audience have seen the synthetic clinical health records challenge led by Dr. Topazo, and the antimicrobial resistance prediction and gut microbiome challenges that our colleague Paul would get into it soon. And with that, just want to add to quickly go over a couple of sort of unique CAMDA tradition. We have a dinner tonight at 6:30. So for those of us who registered, please join us for dinner at 6:30. And as the tradition of CAMDA over the past decades, all the delegates vote for the best contributed analysis. So we, as peers to each other, would vote for the top 3 presenters, and the poll would end, I think, by early afternoon tomorrow, and the first prize would be honored by this CAMDA trophy. So please participate, and last not the least, please enjoy the conference, participate, give us different perspectives on the challenges, the methods that you heard, and your own perspective in computational biology. This is just one example of the local lineage to big data. That on your left side is the North Dam for Godmother that welcomes sailors in the old days through the old port of Montreal. And inside that cathedral, you would see Saint Marguerite, who, as you probably know, especially for local colleagues, that helped to bring orphans in the old ages to Quebec, who became the founding mothers of Quebec. And yesterday there was actually a poster in the poster hall that analyzed somewhere around 30,000 individuals in Quebec region. And as we probably already know, the vast majority of French Canadians can trace their genetic lineage to one or more of the founding mothers from France during the 1600s. And that's just one example of how big data actually influence the local history. So that's the end, and thank you.
Thank you for this fantastic overview and historic enlightenment. I just wanted to drop 1 or 2 short notes on logistics. So this voting for the best presentation will basically work by you receiving individualized links to invite you to a survey where you can today and tomorrow still change your views and rankings. And these will be sent by email according to your registered email. If you haven't signed up as a person interested in CAMDA and you're still here, you're of course more than welcome to participate. Please just send us organizers an email and we'll add you to the list. Last but not least, we will honor the long tradition of having a dinner off-site for the COSI, where we get together with our keynotes and other people for informal scientific exchange. And if you haven't yet bought a ticket and you'd like to go, please let me or Powell know by about noon, because that has to be the hard cutoff for letting the restaurant know. We will go to Marché Éclusier, which is at close to the seafront, and we will be outdoors and have very nice local food. So with this in mind as a North Star, it's my great pleasure for Powell to start off the first session and introduce our keynote.